Okay, for the purposes of this demonstration, assume I'm an instrumental teacher at Brighton and Hove Music and Arts, and I've just logged into my Music Hub's Charanga platform. I want to set up a UMU student group for one of the schools I teach at, and I do this in my workspace. Just quickly, if I can't teach in person in school, we have a new video link session feature that enables me to teach remotely. More later. For now, let's get this student group set up. This is my student group page, and I'm going to set up a new small group. So, create group, give it a name, and here's my group. I'll now add my students. There's no limit on the number of students I can have in a group. Here though, I just have 3 students I want to add. So here's my group with 3 students. And to let the students know their individual usernames and passwords, the platform has made a welcome letter for each student. Or I can use the printable sticker sheet. Let's take a quick look at the welcome letter. Here we've got Ethan, Ruby and Alfie, and it tells them where to log in and their username and password. So here I have my group all ready to go. Now at this stage, I'll switch on the individual learning plan feature for this group. And let's take a quick look at it while we're here. This is where I will access my students' individual learning plans. Let's take a look at Ruby. You can see that all the sections are empty at the moment because the students haven't started yet. Ruby will be able to add her interests, set some creative targets. We have an ideas bank to help out a bit at the start. Each one of these areas goes deeper and deeper, and over time this will just build and build. There's more here, but let's leave this teacher's view because really we want to take a look at what the students see at their end. So, imagine I'm Ruby. My welcome letter shows me my username and password and where to log in. By the way, in case anyone's wondering, these aren't real students. Because Ruby has the individual learning plan switched on, she sees a prominent banner which explains how to get started. Now, depending on Ruby's age, she may go through this with a parent or carer, or on her own. Either way, this is just a way to have Ruby start to think about what she wants to get out of her music learning, and to have a think about the kinds of things she'll put in her individual learning plan. Ruby then goes on to add a few things to her profile to get started. We're starting with what kind of music she likes. Just for the purposes of this demo, we can see Ruby has fine taste selecting reggae, funk and Latin. Next, Ruby has a think about some creative targets and selects some things from the ideas bank. With all of this, bear in mind that her teacher can also do this with her in their lesson, but this is a way to get things going ahead of the lesson and give the teacher a head start in understanding a bit about where Ruby's coming from when she's left to independently express choices. The Ideas Bank is a great place to explore and find out about lots of different areas of music. Again, a great way for teachers to start conversations if they use this in their lessons. As creative targets are set, they appear over here ready to go into the final step. And this is a free-form area for Ruby to enter anything else she's particularly interested in. So look, this is Ruby setting up her starting profile, which she can amend at any time. The individual learning plan isn't actually created at this stage. This will be done with her teacher in their next lesson. Let's just leave Ruby's view of this now and go back to the teacher's view. Here's my group and here's Ruby. When I click on Ruby now, I can see her profile, so know a little bit more about her musical and other interests. Together, in the lesson now, we can talk about what she's written and perhaps use these to help set the 3 targets for this term that you can see at the bottom of the page. We can update these targets as we go and create a new ILP each term, storing everything that has gone before. So what you've seen here is the starting point for how the online individual learning plan works in practice.